Alright, so I'm Scouticus. I'll be joined by Ninja Hurdle, who has just run off to go chat to the in-house announcers.
And is this mic loud? No. I'll be running in for...
You're joining us for the Division 2 Grand Final here at Rebellion2017, hosted by Melbourne's Northside Rollers. We have Northside Rollers B team, the Rebel Alliance, Westside Derby Dollz, Westside Glory. Joining us here is Ninja Hurdle.
Hello, Scouticus.
Hey, Ninja.
How you doing?
Good. Really pumped because these teams, I hold these teams close to my heart, actually. Northside being my beginning league and Westside being my current league. So.
Absolutely. I'm pretty close to them too. Northside more so,
yeah.
But Westside being, on the other side of the city.
On the side of the city. Well, I was just chatting to some of the Northsiders before, saying how close we really are in terms of roller derby leagues from Australia, and yet we never get to play each other.
Yeah, that's right. And today we've got, you probably mentioned it while I was running around finalising a couple of things, but This is the Northside B team, the Rebel Alliance, against Westside Glory.
Yeah.
It's pretty special.
Yeah, Westside's, single gender team. Yeah.
And not a charter. You guys, you're not WFTDA.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
No. It does take a lot of work, that stuff. So we're into our second jam now. I can see Henry Anderson jamming for the Rebel Alliance. And I've already missed number 46. Unfortunately, we don't have a team roster.
That's 460 for Westside Glory is Murderface, who currently has lead jam status.
We've got some fancy technology going today. This is actually the first game that's being recorded, and so Scout and I are not the in-house announcers, the internet announcers.
Well, yeah, usually I'd call this the stream announcers, but this won't be live streamed. You'll be catching us later, recorded.
That's right.
You can see, so how many jams are we down? That's the second jam done in this 30-minute period.
Yep, so going into the third jam. And while we've got a break, I might just I'll run through the Northsiders if you want to run through
sounds great
the Westside.
Yeah.
We've got Henry Anderson at number 23, Grenade O'Connor at number 33, Mary Boppins, 36, Sizzle and Dash, 386, Malice is number 43, 46 is Steel Thunder, number 50 is Odd Socks Fit. Your captain for today is Bikini Kill, number 747, Late Scratching, Splatterpuss, my mistake, Mad Scientist, number 84, Bumpy Skate Princess, 854.
I like that name.
Bumpy Skate Princess, yeah. It's a mouthful. I call her Bumpy.
Yep.
And then on the bench we've got G, who's the alternate, Liz Mutineer, and off skates, unfortunately for her, is Dice Cream, but she's also helping out on the bench.
Nice. I believe Westside have a few on the bench as well. So in the black, we have Westside Glory. We have Maddie Longlegs, Fatal, Rory Spilmore, Crotch Candy, Crosby, Big Shorty, who made their debut this weekend as a bouting skater, Susie Contro, Sadistic Smell, Chronic Jack Payne, Westside Glory's captain for today, Murderface, Massacre Jones, and Biffy Kaleido.
Nice one.
So early on in the game, it's 3 jams down. We have the Rebel Alliance, Northside's Rebel Alliance, on 3 points after a 3-point jam, and Westside Derby Dollz, Westside Glory sitting on 5 points.
Looks like we've got Grenade O'Connor jamming for the Rebel Alliance.
And I believe we have Big Shorty wearing the generic 101.
I was going to say that's not the number I've got up there. Thank you for that.
Like it says, Big Shorty's debut weekend. They just passed their bouting test a couple of weeks ago, so no time to get Shorty's own number printed yet.
Yeah, and Shorty, you can see, is coming up against that front tripod with a fourth. That's Odd Socks Fitzy's just hanging out on the side, waiting for Shorty to come and smack her around. Basically, that's what she's doing. Still at the front, you can see Jack there. Jack there forming a bridge, as well as Fitzy, just allowing both these packs to spread up.
Ooh, and Big Shorty from Westside Glory has got a lead jammer. I must say that it's been really great seeing Big Shorty come up during the levels, and I have bench coached them before in the lower contact scrimmages.
Shorty unfortunately being sent to the bin.
Yeah.
Forearm there.
Forearm penalty. So Shorty will go sit the 30 seconds in the penalty box, unless of course the jammer from Rebel Alliance gets sent there as well.
That's right. Speaking of, that jammer has just done a bit of a star stash, grabbed the star panty off her head and popped it down.
Popping a bit of biffy there.
Yeah.
We always, you do not want to be on the receiving end of the biffy butt.
No, I can't imagine you would.
But unfortunately, Biffy has been penalised for that and will sit 30 seconds in the penalty box, or technically stand for 20 and then, sit for 20 and then stand for 10. Big Shorty has returned to the track.
Yep, and we've got the luxury of having one of the screens playing in front of us, which is great, so we can see the action from two angles at once. We've got Grenade just returning in behind Jack, just as Jack receives a penalty. Not entirely sure what for. I missed that.
Unfortunately, we've got, so Westside Glory have got will be starting the next jam with 3 of their skaters in the penalty box.
Whoa.
Biffy standing, Fatal and Jack sitting. I believe there's an official timeout just being called, and the remaining Westside Glory skaters on track will be Crotch Candy and Murderface as jammer.
Now, shout out to our AV people, our audio-visual people. So we've got Samurai AV who have provided the sound all weekend, and then JAE Production Services, our own Northside's own Jess, who has provided the audio-visual stuff for this filming and recording service. Fantastic.
I'm loving the equipment. It's great. Oh, I believe Northside's jammer has lead jammer status.
Might be Sizzle and Dash that's for the first jam of the game. It's a nice, sensible stuff. Now, this is the first time Northside's hosted a 2-day event. We've certainly hosted other things before. This is the first time we've hosted the 2-day event. Used to be known as the Bendigo Rebellion. Can't imagine why. Who could guess? But this year, not being hosted in Bendigo this year, had to find a home. So this year we've got it, and we're now calling it just Rebellion.
Yeah, I think that sounds a little better, just Rebellion, and that way it's not really limited to being in a certain town, is it?
Oh, that's right. So we've got Hangry Anderson, who's jamming, and now with lead, Rory Spilmore, hanging out still mid-pack, and she's made it out. She'll run round. But not before Hangry grabs a couple of points and calls it off. So I'd say we've had a lead change just there. That's the sort of derby you expect to see in a final.
Yeah, nice close derby.
And so far pretty sensible. Like, these teams are both very experienced. Well, yeah. I should retract that. The Rebel Alliance is a fairly new grouping, but there is a lot of experience within the team.
Yeah, and especially within the league.
Exactly. There's a lot of experience in the league. Westside, obviously, very experienced and well-established team.
Yeah, and Murderface jamming in the black for Westside Glory takes lead jammer status in this 6th jam.
Oh, taking a big tumble and being recycled back by Rebel Alliance Steel Thunder.
Murderface calling that jam off.
got an official timeout. Something's going on.
Something.
There's always something's going on.
There's something.
Thanks for that remarkable comment, Ninja. There's always something going on.
I should have mentioned. I forgot to mention the wonderful support crew on the Westside Glory bench. I believe the bench coach is Dollz.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I believe we have the bench manager.
Lady Wood.
Should be Lady Wood.
It is Lady Wood, and then Kitty Kapow is.
I know, Katie Kapow. Yeah.
Sorry, Katie Kapow.
Katie Kapow. We've got former Glory skater who retired at the end of last year from skating, from Balding, is on the support crew as well. So yeah, three support crew.
We've still got an official review. Not an official review, an official timeout going on. So you can see on screen there's a little teapot. The NSO there, all in black, little teapot-shaped arms, which indicates an official timeout.
Yeah. Can be tiring holding those arms up. All right, so that whistle means that official timeout is over. That means the head ref has said, yeah, we're good to go. I believe there's some points were added from the last jam. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're sitting at 15 all.
15 apiece. So starting this jam, even Stevens. And Rory Spillmore is jamming for Westside Glory, getting a no pass, no penalty. So lead jammer status will not be awarded, even though it appears that Rory Spillmore would be in the lead, but no.
And Grenade starting that one in the box might still be able to get lead.
I believe so. I believe even though Grenade's starting from the box, because lead has not been awarded, Grenade does have the ability to get.
And there it is.
We have jam ref combat raising the arms there, so that Grenade O'Connor is the lead jammer for this jam. Nevertheless, Rory Spillmore is awarded some points from the other jam ref. Game over.
That looks like a thumb is out though. Yeah, there's 5 points there. Wait, don't second guess the refs. Actually, we can do that because we're on the internet now.
No,
I often don't say stuff.
Pretty sure Pomba tucked the thumb in there at the end.
Looks like the board's got 5 points. So. Oh, Pomba, I was saying game over. Yeah, game over got 5 points. Yeah. So I miss this stuff all the time. To be honest, no idea. But that's what I'm here to do. That's what I'm paid to do. Speculate.
Wearing the white.
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah. I was talking about game over. Game over had five out. Yeah.
Yeah. Both Pomba and Game Over being super experienced refs, like two of the most experienced.
Yeah,
refs
I just see bits and pieces of stuff and make wild comments. Sizzle and Dash coming through at a cracking pace. Sizzle and Dash, incidentally, used to be an Irish dancer.
No way.
So that's if you watch her feet are very quick.
Wow,
very
they
high.
are actually. Yep. Now that you say that.
Yep, and despite being tiny, she's able to jump really high. So yeah, very impressive to watch once we get going and she gets warmed up.
Speaking of tiny, we've got Westside's jammer, a big shorty, just being released from the box there, and Chronic Jack Payne, the pivot, standing in the box at the moment, waiting to return to track.
So Sizzle and Dash at the front of the pack, got two blockers to get past. Takes a sensible approach, steps back in behind Biffy, and then calls the jam with 9 points to her name.
There we go. So we have the NSRB, Northside Rebel Alliance, in the lead after a 9-point jam. So is that another lead change?
I don't know. I haven't been paying attention.
Yeah,
I can see.
Yeah,
but they went behind before.
Yeah, take away 9 and puts them on 19 before. And
using the maths.
Yeah, using the maths
gets you the answer.
A few times a week I can do that.
Absolutely.
You're right. So it looks like going into the next jam. Oh, I believe there's a team timeout at the moment.
We've definitely got a Glory team timeout, and we've got some teapot action going on.
Yeah, I can see Kapow wearing the hand-knitted beanie, Westside beanie, out on the track chatting to the Westside skaters. I believe those, a few of the people who've been wearing those beanies, those have been hand-knitted.
Really?
By one of the Westside skaters, Maddie Longlegs.
Oh, wow.
I did put a request in, but I think Maddie got a bit inundated by by orders. So maybe I'll get one for next winter.
Yeah. Do you guys pay for that, or is it just like free?
Yeah.
It just comes with the territory.
No. We'll chip in for materials and a bit of time. Yeah. I can't remember how many hours it said it takes, Maddie, but yeah.
I reckon, making stuff by hand, personally, I can appreciate a good handcrafted item.
Oh, that's right, because you do the woodworking.
Yeah. Speaking of handcrafted items, there's probably no need to spruik this to people but you can see in shot now the great stuff. You probably can look them up online later. We'll get those names to you.
They're called More Than Two.
Than Two. And also, but there's actually 2 stalls there.
More Than Two and Dapple Sauce.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Dapple Sauce, actually spelled Source.
Correct, and I'm actually wearing, we can't see it, but I'm actually wearing some Dapple Sauce handmade accessory.
What do you call those? Little shirt
Little shirt collar pins, with a little bit of bling bling chain between them. Yeah,
it's very cool. It is dapper indeed.
Very dapper from Dapple Sauce, and the t-shirts. The t-shirts been sold by More Than Two this weekend are pretty awesome with queer, feminist, and proud slogans.
I'm loving it actually.
Yeah,
mind a mug, one of those mugs, feministers.
Yeah. I think you're getting the one that says I eat gender rolls for breakfast.
I like that, yeah.
Which is funny because I actually do like to eat cereal out of a mug. So I really need to, if I don't get one today, I'll definitely be looking them up online and grabbing one. Anyway, back to the Derby. So I believe that, there'll be no lead jammer now in this jam, as I know that Murderface has come back from the box.
Yep.
And we've got Northside's Hangry Anderson sitting time in the box at the moment, with Murderface from Westside now on their initial pass.
And you can see the action. There's a lot of scuffling going on in the pack, even though no jammer is there. Sort of struggling for position. So Murderface now facing up against the Northside trio of blockers. She's taken off. They've taken off the panty cover. Pivot comes storming through.
Yeah.
Is that
Crosby?
Skills and skates and
Crosby Stills and Smash.
That's it.
Yeah, it's just easier to call him Crosby.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Cros, number 127.
Crosby.
Very, very skilled and experienced jammer, but prefers not to jam these days unless absolutely needed. But
that was great. Crosby came through just there, took
and
a whip off Massacre Jones, I think.
Yeah,
came
Jonesy.
right through the centre.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we're on camera.
It's us. Hey.
Hey, Bob. How you doing?
There's our other announcers and some NSOs, benchies, penalty box, very skilled penalty box over there.
Yes.
I believe we've got, is that X from Northside over there?
We've got X, Captain Sparkle Pants.
Yep. And Bruznikov, who's affiliated with Westside. But of course, affiliated as an official, you still have to be impartial.
That's right.
Yeah.
We don't.
We don't now. I've done my official duties for the tournament now. I can actually. Yeah.
Grenade! Grenade is jamming for Rebels. She's just come up against 3 blockers from Westside. She just smacked into them and bounced right off. Gold stuff. Great blocking from Westside.
And a star pass as well.
Yeah. So Grenade obviously struggling. Pops a star across to the pivot, Steel Thunder. While
Rory Spilmore is lead jammer, and Rory with the fancy footwork going around there. I actually refer to Rory as Master Rory because I believe Rory Spilmore actually has a Master's in Education. So, really impressive, and it kind of actually inspired me to go and do my Master's, not in Education though.
Good one.
Yeah. She told me it was easy. I don't believe it. I'm nearly a year in and I don't believe it. I think it was lies.
I'm sure it depends on the particular endeavour you embark upon. So that's number 101. You told me that was Big Shorty.
That is Big Shorty debut bout yesterday.
Actually, yeah, debuting also for Northside this weekend is Mad Scientist.
Really?
Yep.
What number is Mad Scientist?
Mad Scientist is, I will tell you when I see them. Be great if we had a list in front of us.
Yeah, maybe we should probably source one in a bit, but you know, we got this.
We got this.
We got it.
We can see at the front, I think that's Crosby again. But meanwhile, Dash has just stormed right through on the inside. No, not Crosby, sorry. Big Shorty.
Big Shorty,
Oh, and being popped out to the outfield by Malice, having to be recycled. Didn't see that from this side, but you might have even heard the crowd reaction. It's massive impact.
Was it? Yeah, Dash running, making a bit of a run for it on toe stops.
Might even hear the call. That was Dash calling for points, which is an indication to a team that she knows another jammer is running up close behind. So she's telling her team, I'm going to go for the points, as many points as I can get, and I'm going to call it straight away.
Good strategy.
So the blockers of their team know exactly what the jammer is thinking. It's good communication.
It is, yeah. All right, we have Rory Spillmore back, number 07 for Westside Glory.
And that's Hangry Anderson, 23. Hangry looking for a line up the inside, met by a couple of blockers from Westside. We can see now that Rory has come out in front with lead jammer. Hangry still hanging out with two more blockers, one more blocker. Oh, and almost a forearm there. It's getting a bit close to forearm territory for me, but
it is a little bit. Yeah, and
but that's the fine line.
Yeah, it is. It's a fine line, and the refs have good experienced eyes on everything that's going on track.
Oh, absolutely. And the point is, Hangry Anderson got past that. So, obviously not impacting gameplay.
Exactly.
Plus, I make speculative calls like that all the time. Like I said before, I'm here to be outrageous. a little bit provocative. Not too provocative.
All right, going into Jam 14.
Oh, that might be a back block though.
Yeah, I can see Game Over making the hand signal there for back block.
Yeah,
called on Murderface.
Fitzy went down pretty hard and it was pretty square on in the back. So that one's pretty clear penalty. Grenade now, the only jammer on track for the Rebel Alliance. Oh, getting some good assistance from her blockers. All 1, 2, and 3 striking across to the outside, leaving a really easy path there for Grenade. Hanging out now at turn 3 across the 8 bits. This time,
spillage. Grenade takes a tumble into the back of Crosby and then calls it from the floor. But still picking up a couple extra points as well.
Yeah, what'd she get? How many did she get in that last?
7.
7.
Yeah.
7. So, but 2. I think 2. Yep. 2 fingers
5
are up
and then 2
for that last pass.
Sure is. And we have Big Shorty joining us as jammer.
So Big Shorty, obviously a high rotation jammer, as is Sizzle and Dash.
Yeah.
Sizzle and Dash so quick that they're really making these 3 tripod Westside blockers move around, rotate. Ooh, rotate through. I just think Sizzle and Dash landing on a knee just there. They're really moving around quickly and responding to Sizzle and Dash. Oh. Not sure which.
Sizzle and Dash getting flying past Chronic Jack Payne there on the outer. I can see Maddie Longlegs and Fatal working really hard to keep the Northside jammer from getting past, but no.
Did a good job. Certainly kept Dash back for a while.
Yeah, made it a bit slower.
Jack now heading out of the pack.
Whoa.
Was wearing the pivot stripe.
Star pass.
Now wearing the star.
I was actually thinking to myself, I wonder if anyone's going to pass the Jack today.
But that's the jam. Sensible timing and called off by Dash. Score check now. You can see on your screen, I believe, hopefully, that if all the technology is going well.
Pretty sure it is.
Rebel Alliance Northside Rollers B team sitting on 66 points.
After a 9-point jam. And Westside Glory failing to score in that jam and still sitting on 34 points. We're 15 jams down into this first period of the Division 2 Grand Final.
That's right. This is the Grand Final for Division 2. So both of these teams will walk away with the trophy. Skate away, perhaps. But one team will come out victorious.
Yeah, and have the slightly bigger trophy.
It's a slightly bigger trophy.
Ooh, we got Murderface for Westside as the lead jammer.
Yeah, but very hotly pursued by Henry Anderson.
Definitely.
Bit of tussling for position in the pack while they wait.
Fast pack moving as well, and I also going to say that Murderface was going to call that, and it's picking up. How many points is game over holding?
1 point for Westside.
Wow, 1 point is better than no points.
Well, absolutely. 1 point is great because they've held Northside to 0 points and given Northside a cracking out with lead jammer more of the time. I think that's a really good outcome. We like to call that earlier today. We looked up Bob de Quickly. Looked up
our head announcer,
who's been doing a great job of organising this stuff.
Yeah,
he looked up what 0 points is in Norwegian. It's nullpunkter. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that well, but nullpunkter.
Yeah. It's similar to the German. I believe the German word for point as well. Punkt.
Nullpunkt. Speaking of a really bad segue. That's Grenade O'Connor with lead. Jack.
Roddick Jack Bain,
In the bin in the meantime. Grenade almost through already. And I spoke too soon because she's swallowed up by these blockers.
Westside's defence trying really hard to keep Grenade at bay, but no go there. Grenade makes it through.
Oh, big hit down there. I think that was Bumpy. Bumpy hit by
Maddie Longlegs.
Thank you.
Grenade makes. I was going to say Grenade makes it past the Biffy Butt, but then gets taken out the second time, and Biffy stumbling there. So both these teams took out 2-for-2 wins yesterday.
Right, in their respective pools.
In their respective pools, that's right. And a star pass for Westside over, I believe, Chronic Jack Payne came out of the box as the pivot, got past the star, helmet cover, just tries to put it on, and it fell off their head.
They did the right thing though, they went back immediately to pick it up. I guess almost luckily that the jam was called off, so it's not like they lost any points.
Didn't affect anything.
Didn't affect gameplay at all.
No. But yeah, that's what you do if you drop it, just turn around and pick it up.
That's right.
Because you cannot be awarded points unless you have that star in your head.
Yes. And we know that there are a lot of rules in Derby. And
so many, and they're always changing.
It is a developing game.
Exactly, and that's why we love this sport, because it is relatively new as a competitive sport, and it's run by volunteers.
Big Shorty coming through around the bend. Leading easy. Takes a bit of a smash into Bikini Kill. Still fighting, smash down and up and going again. Malice and Bikini Kill now a pretty formidable combination.
I would not want to come up against that combination.
And Big Shorty's really pushing through.
Big Shorty is small but strong, very strong. Bit of good footwork happening as well.
Someone being given a penalty right now. A couple of people.
With that formidable combo. Bikini Kill and Malice.
I was just listening to the in-house commentators for a while just to check. No, they haven't said what the penalty was. I didn't see it. I didn't hear it.
No, I missed
But
it as well.
And I am listening to the in-house. They're just saying that was Sia Hurler saying it's good to have skaters that acknowledge their penalties when they go to the box. And if anyone's going to do it, it's Malice, because Malice is actually a referee as well. She's one of the most settled, grounded referees.
Yeah, I was just recalling today, and I'm pretty sure Alice has been reffing probably for close to 4 years, actually.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Reffing before she was bouting.
For sure, yeah. And actually, in fact, refs make the best bouters too. And speaking of refs who skate, Murderface is a ref as well. Number 460 for Westside, as is Chronic Jack Payne. And
that's Maddie Longlegs on the way to the bin. Penalty, and someone else, I believe, receiving a multiplayer. No, not Maddie, sorry.
Fatal. That was fatal.
I did see a Maddie go out, but maybe return to track.
Yeah.
Certainly someone receiving a penalty for something.
Yeah, it was fatal. I missed what the penalty was though. So.
I saw a bit of a Harry Spotter multiplayer.
Oh, yeah. Right, so Rory's Fillmore jamming for Westside. And is that Grenade O'Connor jamming for Northside?
It is indeed.
Rory getting recycled back by Still Thunder, dragged back.
This is actually the first time I've seen Westside this tournament. So I believe they had very good form throughout their pool. Their pool play.
I missed their first game yesterday, but they were up against Melbourne's Kingston City Rollers, which was apparently a very, very close game. But yeah, Westside managing to take that win, and then they had a much bigger win over a team that I'm forgetting right now, but I didn't manage to catch that.
You can see right now we've got Grenade really struggling in the pack, and could see that Crosby was on the way. So she
after
did
the start pass.
Yeah. So she did the sort of sensible thing, called it off. How about a score check and time check? You can see there we've got 81 points for the Rebel Alliance, 40 points for Westside Glory.
We're in 20 jams down in the first period, and just a couple of minutes left on the period clock.
Ooh, official review, that's my job.
Ooh, okay. So, Ninja Hurdle picking up the the wireless mic, and running over to the middle there. Yes, that official review being called by the Westside Glory alternate, Godders, in the grey jacket. And we have Captain Chronic Jack Payne, number 425, standing in there as well.
Is this mic working anywhere?
Is, yeah.
It's definitely working on the interwebs. So the official review was called. I've gone blank because I was trying to think about the audio visual. Westside Derby are challenging the application of a multiplayer block.
Right.
They're saying that the multiplayer, they were in fact holding hands, but that the block itself was not challenged, so no penalty should apply.
Yeah.
Zebras are discussing.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Ninja. Okay, so yeah, we have a very experienced crew of referees, so the officials that are on skates in the stripes. See Slane, Knickerbocker, Pombat, Bindog, Game Over, Random Violence, and they skate off. They've decided what they're talking about, and Harry Spotter, number 934, now in the middle, discussing the outcome of that official review. And we will learn if
the call will stand. The reasoning is that the ref actually took a little bit of time to call the penalty. So by the time the penalty was called, the link wasn't being challenged. But before that, it was. So that's why. Oh, am I on camera now?
You are on camera. Thanks, Ninja. All right, so Westside Derby Dollz will not keep
Oh,
their
they say I've
official
got
review.
a face for radio.
No.
Short jam there.
Yes,
9
Dash
seconds.
pulling that off pretty promptly, but also picking up 4 points. I think because the combat holding up on the scoreboard yet to reflect that.
Yeah, definitely. There were 4 points going on the board. Actually, the board in-house is reflecting slightly different scores.
Oh, is it? Okay then.
Yes. And also slightly different times.
Right, okay, so
That's
our
all right.
in-house-
Yes,
yeah,
and
we
the
can see the
update.
in-house in the background. Oh, there we go.
Nice work,
Updated.
Jess.
Yeah.
Props to Jess, who's sitting in the back controlling everything.
From JAE Production Services.
That's right. What we've got going on is Henry Anderson jamming, but up the front is Crosby. Crosby getting a push from Massacre Jones.
And a massive hit as well.
Right in front of the camera here.
Yeah. Rebel Alliance being awarded 5 points
That's right.
from that jam, putting them on 93.
Yeah, 93 for Rebel Alliance, 40 points for Westside Glory.
And I believe I've just heard the whistle for half time.
That's right.
Yeah, so we are half time into this game. Let's take the opportunity to also thank our really hard-working officials and volunteers.
Absolutely. And the officials and volunteers for this game in particular, though we should shout out to all of them.
Oh, hold on. What? Okay. I don't see this stuff happening
Oh, look, fancy stuff going on behind the
behind the scenes.
behind the scenes. It's entirely possible that we're going to get some fancy. No, well, maybe. Anyway, in the meantime, we'll quickly thank our officials and then we'll go on a break. We've got NSOs in this game: Peaches and Cream, Miss Stitch, Ted, Captain Sparkle Pants, X, Bruznikov, Hannah, Sleepy Bee, and Bioweapon.
Excellent. And the refs. So those ones that Ninja just read out are the non-skating officials in the black. Or actually, I believe Bruzy is wearing a pink top. So the stripies, the refs, we've got Harry Spotter, Slain, Combat, Game Over, Random Violence, Knickerbocker, and Bin Dog. All right, so
We'll go on a break and
Yep.
we'll be back with you shortly.
excellent.
And apparently we are back on. That's the interwebs for viewing later at your pleasure. Hello.
Hello, Ninja.
Hello, Scaticus.
Hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, good. It's been a long, but fun and enjoyable weekend.
It has been. I've really enjoyed myself. Yesterday was a long day.
Oh
my gosh.
was it ever?
I was
remember-
here from 8 till 9:30.
Yeah, I was here from before 7:30
Whoa.
till whatever time the last game finished. I don't even know. Yeah.
Whoa. And just as a bit of a recap on this one, you might be able to see on screen that's 93 points to the Rebel Alliance, the Northside Rollers B team, and that's 40 points to Westside Glory. That's the Westside Derby Dollz, their A team. This is the grand final of Division 2. So the second last game of the tournament at Rebellion, which has a new logo this year. It's always a little bit different every year.
Yeah, is that Suz from?
I believe it is
Northside?
Suspender,
Yeah.
and it's beautiful. I love it, and there's definitely a lot of rainbow stuff going on this year.
I'm also noticing team logos that have been up on the scoreboards.
They are.
Some of the teams have had the forethought to actually change them to rainbow.
Well, it's actually almost all of them, actually.
Almost
And-
all. I
and
feel kind of bad at being from Westside.
I can see Westside Glory is just white.
Just white and black, probably because been so busy doing a million things that it didn't even occur to us to do
Oh,
that.
I'm sure it's an organiser thing, but it is definitely, though nothing has been explicitly said, I think it's something to do with that pesky little survey going around that we will actually have an answer to in about a week.
Yeah, I can say that, being from Westside are definitely behind that. Definitely in support of that, of course.
Now, back on track, we've just started. This is Jam 1 of Period 2. This is a 30-minute period, despite the beginning, the first rounds being only 20-minute periods.
For Division 2, yeah.
For Division 2, that's right. Division 1 will be 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And it has been the entire time.
Yeah.
That was a real quick jam. Not sure how long, but maybe 10 or 20 seconds.
Yeah, Westside just taking those quick 4 points, thank you very much, and upping their total to 44. I believe we have Hangry Anderson.
Murderface.
And Murderface, yeah.
Getting ready, hanging out, just waiting. Here we go. That's the jam starting whistle. Murderface hanging out at the back, trying to find a space. Left, right, middle. Finds a spot up the left and gets through first to be lead. In the meantime, Still Thunder has taken a star pass. That's the panty.
Yeah. So Still Thunder now covering up that stripe on the helmet with the star, becoming the jammer.
Oh!
Murderface taking a big hit there.
Yeah. It's like Murderface, Mala's butt.
Boom. Boom. Yeah. Big.
Big boom.
Big boom. Big bad boom.
Big bad boom. Just in case this goes live before the evening, I have no idea what the time is, and you are watching at home but would like to be part of the action, the after party will be held at Welcome to Thornbury. Yep, absolutely. Sponsors of Northside. They've been sponsoring us for at least a year or so, and they provide the location for all of our after parties these days.
Nice.
And really accommodating.
Excellent.
Even have played derby games on the screen at their venue, which is unusual. Like, what drinking venue can you go to and watch the derby?
That's amazing.
It's fantastic.
I feel like if Westside knew that, we'd be over at Welcome to Thornbury.
I think we haven't organised in a while, and I think also there hasn't been an international one that was at a useful time.
Well, no.
For a long time. Everything,
there is an international one happening at the same time as this day.
Let's get crazy at the pub at 9 a.m. in the morning. Or even worse, 4 a.m. might work. Anyway, back on track.
Yeah, I believe we've got Big Shorty jamming for Westside and sitting in the box at the moment. Giving a power jam to Northside.
Dash, that's Dash.
This is on Dash.
Just push, 2 more blockers to get back.
Westside's.
Oh, that's Crosby.
No, it's Crotch Candy.
Sorry, Crotch Candy.
Yeah, we do
I see the cr.
Yeah, I know, right? It does get a little bit confusing. The cr. Yeah.
And
so Crotch Candy and Maddie Longlegs doing really hard to.
Yeah, Big Shorty now getting like an illegal procedure penalty. Maybe I didn't see what it was. So
I'm assuming possibly illegal re-entry of the track.
That was my thought.
Yeah.
On the far side, that'd be between turn 1 and 2, we like to call it.
Yeah.
Now entering what we also call the back straightaway. Steel Thunder trying to make some space for Dash to get through. Steel Thunder and now Fitzy. It's not really clear. I'd have to say the Rebels right now, not really clear whether they're doing a passive defense, holding the pack back and hanging back and waiting for Dash to push all the way to the front, or an active defense or offense even, where they're trying to take out the blockers from the other team.
Well, I believe both teams did what they were doing really well then, because neither team scored points.
That's right.
We have one of Westside's blockers, Massacre Jones, starting from the penalty box, going into Jam 4. Yep, going into Jam 4, and Rory Spillmore starting as jammer for Westside, and for Northside we've got Grenade O'Connor, number 33, in the white.
Shock me with that devious behaviour. She is devious. Actually, she's not. She's just hilarious.
It's pretty funny.
Grenade is through past that last locker, and that's a lead for Grenade O'Connor. Oh, almost down, but not quite. Staying up on their feet, both Malice and Jack, who I believe is holding the star.
Yeah, I believe there has been a star pass.
So this will be the first pass, the initial pass still.
Sure is.
So not lead.
Jack is on the initial and has that star panty on their head, but Grenade calling that off.
You can see that was G in the background there. G is one of the bench coaches for Rebel Alliance. G's just called a team timeout. It's a little bit chill time. It's probably a good time for some chill time.
Probably is. Regroup.
I like timeouts because it means you get to breathe a little bit longer.
Very true. Very true. I'm just going to tell the people standing in front of us to move. Probably a good idea if they aren't in now.
You better move because we're commentating for the people at home. You might not be able to hear us, but we're commentating. All the people can hear us.
No, need to go that way. No, need to go that way. I've been having trouble seeing down there.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye, guys. Sorry, so you guys at home can't hear that, but we're just told off some of our close personal friends. Because if we can't see the action, we can't call the action.
Yeah, the last jam, I was like, I'm kind of relying on the screen here and the camera work.
I should. One of the people standing in front of us was Mad Pixie. Mad Pixie will be in the following game. This is my great segue. The next game will be the Division 1 final between Victorian Roller Derby League's Notorious VICs, that's their C team.
It is their C team.
Against Northside Rollers A team, the Death Stars. Incidentally, Victorian Roller Derby League into the finals, the A team, the All Stars, into the finals of champs, which will be on our televisions at approximately 9 a.m. Monday morning,
really?
6th of November.
Oh,
yes.
Wow. I wonder where I can get in on watching some of that action.
There will definitely be some watch parties around.
Back
in Melbourne.
Yeah, back in Melbourne, Murderface has taken the lead in this Division 2 Grand Final for Westside Glory and Northside Rollers.
Still Thunder holding the panty. Still Thunder doesn't have the pivot on her head. Bikini Kill does, so it looks like Steel's gone out as jammer initially, which is not unusual.
No, bit unusual, bit different.
Look at that, 100 points.
They did crack the
just
100
cracked 100 points
in the last jam, I believe.
Sailed past 69.
No one stopped.
I know that sounds immature. It is an immature league that I am part of.
Oh, same with Westside. We'd laugh at everything. You can't say anything.
Oh wow, they're the same size.
Oh,
look at the two little cuties.
Oh, that strong, fierce little cuties.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I had a bit of a chat to Big Shorty in the break there, saying it's a tough game and they're hot and tired, as I imagine everyone would be after having to play. Yeah. It's their
I like they've had
game.
and they've had a good little chat, the two of them, with smiles, bright big smiles on their faces.
Alright, so this is, I believe, the 6th jam.
Looks like it, and Big 6. Shorty hanging out of the back, Dash hanging out of the front and out.
Yeah, definitely
they are out
front.
Well and truly with lead. Bit of a pile up now, but looks like
Chronic Jack Paint's taken the star panty there from Big Shorty. Big Shorty probably making a wise decision, trying to get through that pack. What's that called?
Yeah, it was a fairly slow call off there.
Was
that one. It might have been because Dash was on the floor.
So when you put a short-ish person on the floor,
you really got to see that call off.
Yeah.
It's just occurred to me, I was like, chronic jack pain, why is that not that familiar? I was like, oh, that's because Jack used to have a different name.
Yeah, a few of our skaters changed their names up a bit. Yeah.
It's fun. I like it.
I like it too. I'm a fan of, changing up the names.
So we've got Grenade jamming for the Rebel Alliance and
Rory
Fatal.
Spillmore. No, it's Rory Spillmore.
Oh, sorry, Rory Spillmore. Oh, look at that, up on screen for us. Oh no, it says Crotch Candy now.
Yeah, it does too, because Crotch Candy is just taking the star pass from Rory Spillmore.
Oh wow.
Making it quick. Westside are quite good at those really quick blink you'll miss it star passes.
Oh, big smile on Poppins going past there. There's a lot. I think there's a lot of smiles in this game, actually.
I think roller derby in general is full of smiles.
Oh,
even
not the last game I commented today.
Oh, okay.
Ooh-wee. That was rough.
Okay.
No, we don't need to talk about it.
Right, let's leave it there.
Very rough.
Oh, okay.
The sort of derby that is on the edge of legal a lot of the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, for most derby I've seen this weekend, it's been all smiles, even from teams that have lost by more than 100 points.
Yeah.
Still having a laugh at the end and smiling.
But look, and that's why the rules are changing all the time, because we push the boundaries. You know, what is legal, what is illegal. It's always, it's a fine line.
It is a fine
Speaking of illegal, someone has definitely cut a track.
And that would be Fatal from Westside, number 007. Sizzle and Dash 386 from Northside. Rebel Alliance with lead jammer status. And Murderface out for the initial pass, but does not make it all the way around to score points, while Sizzle and Dash does pick up points.
Absolutely.
For Northside.
Yeah. And I think for the most part, it's been pretty sensible, grounded derby in this game.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just get 4 points, stop the jam. Get 4 points, stop the jam.
Yeah. They haven't been big jams. All right, so we're kicking off or skating off jam 9. It's hard. It's weird to say kicking off when they're not kicking anything.
It's just occurred to me where that phrase has come from.
Yeah.
Sports games.
Sports
ball. Sports ball.
There's other sports.
Where are the balls in this game? There are no balls.
No balls in roller derby, and Big Shorty playing in 1-0-1 in the black, taking lead jammer status, and Grenado Connor number 3-3 for Northside, not too far behind. Dare say this will be another short jam. Yep. Big Shorty calling that off.
Unfortunately, Grenade's passed one. In fact, got 3 points.
Yeah, took the extra point over Westside. I did see that too. I saw Grenade's hips passing the centre of the hips of a few, obviously 3 of the Westside skaters, while Big Shorty only managed to make it past 2.
A shout out quickly to JAE Production Services, providing this fantastic technology that's enabling you to watch and listen to us right now. And then
technology.
also in-house AV provided by Samurai AV.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sam himself. I used to live next door to him.
That's right.
Stand-up guy.
That's right. Also shout out to Skate Victoria, through which teams in Victoria have their insurance.
Absolutely, and Skate Victoria really facilitate all of the activity.
And safe derby.
Oh yeah, totally.
Because safety is sexy.
Safety is sexy. I like the safety.
Yes, we like the safety.
It's probably why we're emceeing and not playing.
I'm safe over here.
Totally safe. On track, Dash coming up against the pack. Skates through. But catches a hip on Maddie Longlegs. Maddie, giving Maddie enough time to come in front. Dash absorbed completely by the rest of the pack.
Footwork by Rory Spillmore as well, staying on the track.
That was beautiful work by Westside just there.
It was. Unfortunately for them, for Northside still managing to pick up 10 points and bumping the score up to 123.
Oh gosh, were there no points in that for Westside? I didn't realise that was the initial pass.
I know, a lot of time I've also found this weekend that the scoreboard doesn't always reflect the hard work that the skaters and the teams are putting in on the track.
It's true. That's a very common remark, which I've even made myself. Oh, I think that's an official review. Off I go.
All right, so Ninja Hurdle is running over there to check out what's going on with the official review. I believe that's been called again by Westside Glory's alternate goddess. They're in the grey Westside top. You can see Chronic Jack Payne, today's captain for Westside Derby Dollz, nodding their head with the glitter on the face. You can see the back of Bikini Kill, Northside's captain for today, and G Rex over there, alternate for Northside in the black. We can see our head NSO for the game and our head ref Harry Spotter, head NSO Miss Stitch managed. Refs will now have a bit of a chat about what is going on. I of course have no idea from this point over here on the track what Westside might be calling this official review about. Pretty much it means that the captain and the alternate don't agree with something or think that something was missed by the referees. So they'll try their luck. They get one chance. Try their luck. And I can see that Miss Stitch Manager's doing the shake of the hands, meaning that they're not going to keep it. Unfortunately, I think that Westside Derby Dollz are not getting what they're asking for. Yeah, I can tell by Godda's face there. Yeah, okay. Spotter's explaining it. And we'll find out more detail when Ninja comes back over. Right, so Ninja hasn't called it all either, but the short version is what the refs originally called will stand. Whatever Westside are asking for is a no-go, so they will lose their official review for this half and have no more official reviews for the game. Meanwhile, on track we've got Northside rollers Grenade O'Connor jamming for Northside and a power jam as Rory Spillmore 07, the jammer for Westside, starts from the penalty box. I dare say that perhaps the official review would have been called about something to do with Rory getting sent to the penalty box in the first place. Oh. Was it? Did you catch any of that, Ninja?
Yeah, I got it. I got it also. Basically, I had no idea that I was talking into a mic that was off. This is what happens when you don't give people instructions. People who particularly don't have any background in technology.
Well,
so
this
basically,
is why you work with the wood.
Yes, that's why I'm very rudimentary. I am. So essentially, the review was Westside stating or requesting that their skater may have gone out of bounds but did not overtake anyone in that time, so a cut track shouldn't apply. I didn't get all of the explanation because I was not running fast enough, but essentially the penalty will stand.
That's right.
And that means Westside Glory lose their official review.
Yeah, and I was filling in our audience just before while you were out there that, losing the official review means that, Westside are unable to review anything else for the remaining of this game. Murderface, meanwhile, out there and gaining lead.
Don't they get one per half?
Yes, they did. They used their one for the first
Oh, we're in the second half.
We're in the second half.
Whoa,
time has flown. Westside have used both their reviews, one for each half. That is correct.
Anyway, back on track. Sorry, I've totally interrupted your moto there, Scout.
It's okay.
Ooh, Murderface trying to call it off just there, but looking up to their jam ref Pombat, who says, nah, low block, which means you have lost lead jammer status. Put us in a power jam situation. That's right, Scott.
Power jam for Sizzle and Dash, the jammer for Northside. And, I believe Murderface was Yeah, Murderface was lead jammer, so now losing the ability to call for this jam to be called off early, it will run for the full 2 minutes.
That's right.
A bit less than a minute left to run on this jam. Jam 12 of period 2.
Period 2 of the finals in this 2017
final.
Rebellion.
Division 2 grand final.
5 points there, given Murderface is only just making their way back to the track and to the pack, but that was
off
easy.
The toe stops, yeah. God, Murderface makes it look easy. Oh, I see Bikini Kill pivot for Northside, copping a bit of biffy butt from the defence from Westside.
Clockwise block being assessed there to number 39.
Sadistic smell
Yep.
from Westside. Murderface managing to score points in that jam for Westside.
Absolutely, pretty close as well. We might see where it comes to, but it looks like it's 12 for Westside Glory and 13 for the Rebel Alliance. So we've got pretty full-looking track. As I say that, no. Absolute booba masses. Absolute bull dust. We've got 2 Westside blockers starting in the bin and Big Shorty jamming for Westside, grenade jamming. You can see on your screen now at the front of the pack 2 more blockers to get past. I believe that was Crosby, and a last-ditch effort from number 222, that is Susie.
It is Susie Contro. Alright, so I believe, Susie Contro going to the bin. Just a sadistic smell is released, and I believe penalty box time of Bruznikov just released Maddie Longlegs.
Just in time, yeah.
Yeah, the West Side pivot. In the meanwhile, Grenade O'Connor picking up points for Northside.
I'm not sure how much history there is for the Northside Roller Rebel Alliance on flat track stats, but I'm just going to see what I can put up. Because it's possible these teams have played each other before.
I really don't think they have.
I know that the Northside Rollers A team, the Death Stars, have certainly played Westside Glory.
Yeah. Yeah, as we said earlier, Glory have been around for a while, being, Westside's main team, and in recent years, Westside's only team as well.
Was there a second team for a while?
There was a few years ago, mixed gender, Westside being a mixed gender league and all inclusive. They had the Westside Wreckers, and Westside Wreckers 2017 was launched again this year, being able to compete with their mixed gender team at United Roller Derby playoffs earlier this year.
Oh, that's great.
Unfortunately, unsuccessful, but they made an appearance, so it was great, and something that Westside hope to keep around and get happening again next year.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, looking back through time...
Let's go back in time.
Yeah, seriously. The Rebel Alliance has not been particularly active in recent years. They've come up again in the last year or so, but fairly inactive for a while there. So, actually, in fact, Rebel Alliance have played against the Westside team. The last score was 90th to the Rebels and 223 to Westside.
Really?
Yeah.
Do we know what year that was?
That was on the 17th of November 2012.
Wow, yeah.
So
before I was part of Derby.
Pretty much 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Almost to the day.
Yeah, wow. Yeah,
completely different teams, I think it's fair to say.
I would say so, yeah. Right, so we have Murderface sitting in the penalty box as jammer for Westside, and Westside blockers Crotchy. No, Crosby. Yeah, it is Crotchy and Crosby. Crotchy doing a bit of tangle. Yeah. Oh, that was amazing. Crotchy doing a bit of a wave. Pretty happy with that effort, and
very happy with himself.
Actually managing to hold Grenade O'Connor for quite some time.
I gotta say, there was a wraparound of those forearms that to me looked slightly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a valiant effort. Back on track
Amazing.
at this turn 3. Grenade just able to find some space on the outside. Murderface back in. Oh, slips over the apex and past Malice. Oh no.
Murderface returning to the box.
Cut track.
Track was
Yeah, that's disappointing.
It is.
I thought that was really great. I always find it a little bit disappointing when you see something that looks pretty fantastic and then it's like, oh no.
Oh, it's fantastic,
Penalty.
but yeah, according to the referee, it's illegal.
Yeah.
So, while it may have looked good. Right, we have Westside's alternate Godders calling a team timeout, so it's a good chance for Westside Glory to regroup and have a look there before you're telling the others to stay on track. Don't worry about coming over to the bench. We just need a bit of time.
We did have Mr. Burger here earlier today, and we still do, in fact.
Oh.
So if anyone's looking for some food, not that anyone can hear me, in the right time,
But still, I have seen Mr. Burger around. Like, check out your local suburbs
well, and in fact, Mr. Burger will be at the after party at Welcome to Thornbury.
Oh, there you go. I did have some of their chips earlier on, because I've had no time to have an actual meal today.
Tasty
But
chips.
yeah, looking forward to that after party.
Yeah, we've also had Frogmouth uniforms hanging out here today.
We have and
The Gridiron Raiders, the Northern Raiders.
yeah, Northern
I can see
Lady
someone.
Raiders.
Northern, is that it? Northern Lady Raiders.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I can't imagine any of them are ladies in the traditional sense of the word
No,
lady.
it might be a bit of a play.
Lady.
But yeah, apparently looking for.
Actually, that's a bit of a generalisation that if you're tough on the grass, you can't be a lady.
Well, it is, yeah. But yeah, they're looking for new recruits, no experience necessary, all fitness levels. I did actually ask them yesterday if I joined, do I have to run? No, apparently they need big strong people
Just
be
to stand on the back
stand
line.
on the back line and be a bit of a wall. So I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds like something I could do. Might go check that out.
Here we go with Hangry Anderson coming up to the front of the track, and there's the very quick double whistle from Game Over, indicating lead there. Where is the start? There it is. It's on Murderface.
Yeah, Murderface being released
Just coming
from
back to the
penalty box.
track. Yep.
I believe Still Thunder is from Northside is sitting in the box as pivot at the moment. I missed Murderface getting hit there. Taking a little bit longer to get up.
Slipped out, and you saw Murderface crawl on her knees.
Yeah.
That's just in case you get up in track. So I think they were in track in that position. So crawling out of bounds on her knees to make sure they don't get a penalty, a cut track penalty of
Very,
life.
very clever and a very experienced hitter and referee, of course. So Murderface has that panty in hand and just past it
Over
to
the
the
top
pivot
there.
to Chronic Jack Payne and the Westside little cheer squad down there on is that turn 2 over there? Cheering for Jack. Jack being definitely a Westside favourite.
And Jack is often a commentator as well.
Yeah, commentates, refs. I've seen them bench as well. Yeah.
Very entertaining on the mic.
Coaches.
Very entertaining on the mic.
Hilarious. And in person too. Such a great person.
We've got just under 8 minutes to go in this grand final. Big Shorty and Dash wearing stars for their respective teams. Dash,
both the small jammers for their teams as
that's
well.
right. Dash taking a big smack down and is right back up. Both of them no further in to their respective group of blockers that they're attacking. Seriously, still both struggling. Still don't have a lead jammer.
Yeah, both defences putting up a massive fight. Oh! And Big Shorty on those toe stops, managing to stay in. I thought for sure Big Shorty was going to get knocked out, but doesn't. Crosby, meanwhile, working really hard to stop Sizzle and Dash from getting through. But Sizzle does make it through and gains lead jammer status, as indicated by jammer ref Game Over.
Oh, through again. Couldn't see much that's going on in the pack over the other side, but Dash is through, that's for sure. And there's 5 points. That includes a jammer lap point. Oh, and Northside is on 169 points right now. They will like to know that later in the day when they can watch this footage.
No, I believe there was a star pass from Big Shorty to Crosby, who's now received the penalty, which I missed, and is now sitting in the penalty box as jammer, their jammer panty, covering their pivot panty. Meanwhile, Sizzle and Dash is able to rack up some more points for Northside's Rebel Alliance.
Almost losing feet, but staying upright. Absolutely brilliant. 114 there, crotch.
Yeah, crotch candy. Crotchy. All right, going into Jam 18. That was a 14-point jam.
Pretty big, pretty big. I saw a 39-point jam last night.
No.
Yep, 39 points.
Wow, that's impressive.
Massive.
Do you remember who that was by?
Yeah, it was Fizzkick.
Right, from Northside.
Fizzkick from Northside.
A-team.
Yeah, Northside A-team, the Death Stars. Previously of Southsea.
Yes, that's right. I did learn that last night. All right, so we have Rory Spilmore jamming, number 07 for Westside Glory. I haven't seen Rory take to the track as jammer in quite a few jams and as lead jammer.
And looks like there's a star pass trying to go on right now, but these days now it's a fake because Grenade's still holding on to it and the pivot is way back. Pivot is still thunder.
Meanwhile, speaking of pivots, Chronic Jack Payne as pivot sent to the penalty box for Westside.
I feel like we've seen Jack and Murderface in the box quite a bit.
Probably, but quite often that's an indication that particular skaters are doing many things. I mean,
that's true. The pivot does get penalties.
Speaking of which, we've got Northside's pivot now joining Westside's pivot in the bin, and also Biffy Kaleido, one of the blockers, Westside as well. So we've got 3 people in that busy penalty box, but it's well staffed with experienced NSOs.
There have been a few rules changed recently, which means previously the pivot would have received penalties that might be pack penalties. Now it's often the closest skater.
It is, yeah.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
crowd goes wild for Murderface. Beautiful work there. Coming up.
Yeah, is it Hangry Anderson, jammer for the Rebel Alliance, sitting in the penalty box. So that leaves Murderface with the power jam.
And she's back around, coming up to the back of the pack. Inside, outside, 3 blockers to deal with. But pushing, getting some distance. Oh, Malice absolutely smashing it. So that is 460 Murderface being recycled back to turn 1.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we've got Hangry Anderson coming up again and Boppins going to
the Mary Boppins, number 36, getting sent to the penalty box. Also, I believe Bikini Kill is joining Boppins.
Oh yeah, they're just going to hang out.
Yeah, having a smile in the chat. And Murderface completing that looking exhausted, completing that star pass to Westside's pivot, Chronic Jack Payne. Jack getting some points there too. 3 points. Combat nodding to the score table.
Oh, Jack is knocked down, but finds space up the inside. Beautiful. You might even be able to hear the crowd go wild. The crowd is definitely behind this Westside team. Yeah,
well, that turn down there I can see is made up. It's very heavy of Westside members and family of Westside. All right, the jam, I believe, running its natural course. There was a 14-point jam for Westside.
Wow, amazing
Glory.
Stuff.
Yeah, putting them on 79 points, and Northside picking up 4 points, putting them on 182. So there is a sizable gap.
A sizable gap. We sometimes say anything could happen, but at this stage in the game, with under 2 minutes to go, I think it's a pretty foregone conclusion.
It is, but again, the
particularly
scoreboard,
with Dash coming out as lead.
scoreboard not necessarily reflecting just how hard Westside have worked as well, but not to say that Northside haven't worked hard either. Just that they're working towards getting points, and I believe that Westside's defence has worked reasonably hard as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. These two teams are doing a great job against each other, and that's true. The scoreboard often is a lot more dramatic. The difference shown on the scoreboard can often seem bigger than the difference that it looks like on the track.
Yeah, for sure. All right, this may be, I'd say this is certainly our last jam, going into jam 21 of period 2 for this grand final game of Division 2 grand final game of Rebellion 2017. We have Grenade O'Connor taking the lead.
Grenade O'Connor
And
is the lead jammer.
Big Shorty getting stuck at the back of the pack there, but now makes it around on the initial pass. So Grenade O'Connor's going to pick up
with an
some
apex
points.
jump, so easy. Yes.
Big Shorty hitting the back of the pack there. Malice doing the best they can to keep Big Shorty from getting through, forcing Big Shorty to the back.
And I saw Grenade looking at the period clock. She waited for the period clock to run down, and then she's like, you know what, I've had enough of this. Period clock is done. No more jams. They can't call a timeout.
No, they can't.
So
it's
look at that.
Definitely over. It's definitely run out. That's been an amazing game with the last jam there being pretty even actually, with 4 points going to Northside, 3 points going to Westside, finishing final scores, I believe, 190 versus 82. Hi, Matt Murphy.
That's Mad-Eye Murphy marking the edge of where people can
Geelong,
stand so that the camera can catch the action. We'll just, I might just tell them not to.
Yeah, I think Sledge has got it under
Yep,
control.
Sledge definitely does have it under control.
Part of our media team as well.
Yeah, and you can see both teams.
Thanks, Sledge.
Thanks. Yeah, you
In
can
the
see.
tie-dye, he's told me he loves to wear it. That's kind of his trademark now for announcing and being on the media team, is to wear the tie-dye.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, he said he's considering getting Sledge on the back of the tie-dye, and I said, yeah, do it. Amazing. Anyway, let's give it up for these teams. So we're going to see a little lap.
And here we go with Westside going through.
I'll read Westside. Here we go. We have Maddie Longlegs, Fatal, Rory Spilmore, Crotch Candy, Crosby, Big Shorty, Susie Contro, Sadistic Smell, Captain Chronic Jackpane, Murderface, Massacre Jones, Biffy Kaleido, with bench staff Godders, Ladywood, and Kapow.
And representing the Rebel Alliance from the Northside Rollers, our host league
for Rebellion 2017.
We've got Henry Anderson, Grenade O'Connor, Mary Boppins, Sizzle and Dash, Malice, Steel Thunder, Oddsock Fitz, Bikini Kill, Mad Scientist, Bumpy Skate Princess, and G is your coach. Liz Mutineer is the bench assistant, and a massive thank you as well to our refs and NSOs.
Massive.
Very quickly, Harry Spotter. My list is gone. Harry Spotter, Slain, Pombat, Game Over, Random Violence, Knickerbocker, Bin Dog, and your NSOs, please scout.
Peaches and Cream, Head NSO, Miss Stitch Managed, Ted, Captain Sparkle Pants, X, Bruznikov, Hannah, Sleepy B, and Bioweapon.
We'll be back here shortly with Division 1 Grand Final. Thanks, Scout.
Thanks, Ninja.
It's been a pleasure.
You too.